Hi, Etta here. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to check in with everyone and see what you've been warming for the month. I have the last of what I've been warming. My last video went through the September 17th, so this is going to be September 18th through the 30th. I've warmed quite a bit, not as much as I did last month, so I'm going to go ahead and try to jump in and see what I did. So on the 18th, I said that the only thing I had changed on the 18th was the half bath, where I used 2 cubes of First Kiss fireworks, and that was to kind of give a second chance to see if I liked it. And I do like the scent. Just don't think it's strong enough for me for anything other than maybe that room. So I think I have a couple extra bars that I purchased through my club, and I'm probably going to be taking it out of my club after that because I really like it, but I don't find it strong enough for some of my other rooms. Therefore, I have so many other ones that I find are kind of weak and I like to do in that bathroom, so I'm going to cut it at that. So much so that on 9/19, the next day, I changed what was in that half bath, and I had one last cube of Gone Camping, which was a scent from the summer collection of 2019. So I put that cube in there because I had some other cubes, not just that one. But on the landing and foyer area, I said that in the foyer I put 1 cube of sheer leather. And on the landing, I did in my Accord, which holds, it has 3 dishes, so I usually will do 2 of each most of the time. In each one, I did 2 sheer leather, 2 Gone Camping, and 2 Echo. And I really like that scent. It was a day that I wanted to kind of put some like manly kind of scents going, and I did get. My son told me, "Mom, don't do those again. I don't like it." And I thought, well, I'll take that under advisement, but I like it, so chances are I'll do it again. And that same day on the 19th, in the master bedroom, I put 4 cubes of Echo. And in the bath, I did 3 cubes of sheer leather. As you can see, I was really going for that manly scent that day. And then in this room, I had 3 different warmers going. So I did 2 cubes of Crisp Orchard Air, 2 cubes of Caramel Apple Craze, and 2 cubes of Perfect Pumpkin Pear. And then I put a little note on the side that I'd also turned the diffuser on that day in here. And at that same time, I diffused sea salt and grapefruit, which is this one. And I really, really like this sea salt and grapefruit. I think it smells so, so good. I remember the first one I had gotten was sea salt and lotus. And I was afraid to try sea salt and grapefruit because I thought sea salt and lotus smelled good, but it didn't create the scent that I wanted for a room. So I was like, okay, it's nice, but I don't reach for it very often. So I had the little sample size of sea salt and grapefruit, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try because I do like grapefruit scents. I really like this one. That is a really good scent. Let's see. Whew. And then in the kitchen on that same day, I decided to go with 2 cubes of Caramel Apple Craze, and I said that I used a half of a brick cube of Caramel Sugar Cookie. So this was from the holiday collection in 2019, and I didn't plan on using any of my bricks yet because most of them are from like the holiday collection from last year, but when I felt like my sinuses weren't working and I wasn't smelling some things, I thought, well, let me change things up and maybe use some scents that I think I find stronger. And I thought, okay, so I mixed this one with the Caramel Apple Craze, and I really enjoyed that day. And then in the living room, I had 2 cubes left of, I think I had 2 cubes left of Breakfast in Bed. And I put it in that room because that's not a room I go into very often. And I mean, I do walk through there, but I had said in my previous review of what I had warmed that I did not like breakfast in bed. I did after about a day, but the first day I did not. I found that the scent was too tart for me, and I don't like that. I prefer it to be a sweeter scent. I don't mind some scents to be tart, but I did not want that raspberry to be tart, and so I didn't like it. So I put 2 cubes in the living room just because I want to use them up. And then in the TV room, I have that I did, I have 3 warmers in there. I did 4 cubes of apple and oats, which, no, I think I finished that one, so I must have put it in my empties. Apple and oats, which I think it was the last 4 cubes because I had actually warmed it and I forgot to put it in the one last time. But that was one that on cold sniff, I didn't like it. It had this, in that, I guess maybe the oats scent, I did not like. But warmed, I personally didn't really pick up that oat scent. To me, it smelled like the apples and cinnamon. So for me, it was more of an apple cinnamon kind of scent, and that I really did like. So I did like apple and oats. I just didn't like it on cold sniff. And I have that I mixed the 4 cubes of apple and oats. I mixed it with cinnamon chai latte, which was another brick that I had. And this one I think was actually from another event, maybe the year before or something like that. I had picked it up maybe in a flash sale or clearance or something, but I still have quite a few cubes of that one going that I have left to go. So those 2 scents mixed really well together, the cinnamon with the cinnamon chai latte, and then the cinnamon from the apple and oats smelled really good together. And I have that in the mud room. I did 2 cubes of Rise and Sunshine, because that one's a really tough area, especially right now because it's so hot. That room gets really, really hot in the summer and really cold in the winter. So I needed a scent that I found strong enough that I thought it would do something in there. So I did the Rise and Sunshine, and that works really well. Then I have that on September 22nd, which was the first day of fall. I went ahead and did first day of fall. I really wanted to hold off until then for that one. And I said that I did it in the TV room, and I used 5 cubes. And I also did in the living room that day, I did 3 cubes of Cider Mill, which love that scent. And in the kitchen, I had gone with 4 cubes of Hug in a Mug. And I wrote down that they were all very nice, but that I was not able to smell well due to sinuses. But that I also found that it faded within 24 hours. So especially, I would say, especially that first day of fall, it smells good in here, but I put those in on 9/22, and I have that on 9/23. I changed it out. I was not able to smell it anymore at all. And at that point, I don't think it was my sinuses, because in the living room, I put in an entire brick of Sugar Plum Berry, which is a really nice scent that came out in the holiday collection last year for bricks. And it's got that plum scent, and it's got a strong tree scent, I would say. So I put like maybe 1/3 of a cube in my warmer, and then in my Yankee Candle warmer that has the scent cups, I put the rest of the cube in there. So I did a brick of Sugar Plum Berry, and then in the TV room, I had 3 cubes left of Dancing Sugar Plums, which I did not like originally. And I mixed those 3 cubes with 1 brick cube of, I mixed it with 1 brick cube of Candy Cane Wishes, which seems maybe a little strange because it was a plum, although sugar plum berry, that one was plum with tree. I basically took dancing sugar plums and mixed it with a minty scent. And then in the half bath, I did about 1/3 of a brick of the same Candy Cane Wishes. So again, that was the very next day after the first day of fall and the Hug and the Mug and Cider Mill. And when I did this on 9/23, I could smell every room. I went into the bathroom, I could smell the mint from the Candy Cane Wishes, the dancing sugar plums and Candy Cane Wishes. I actually liked that combination too. I thought it smelled really good. I love that. I love that minty scent. But it mixed really well with the dancing sugar plums. So that was actually, I think I still might even have another dancing sugar plums, and I thought I'll be mixing it with this. And the sugar plum berry, I could smell that perfectly fine. And in fact, because it's in that Yankee, some of it was in the Yankee warmer, that one has a timer on it. So after the 9 hours, it turned off. And since I leave all the other ones on, I forgot that it was turned off, and I didn't remember until today. And so I actually turned it on this morning, and I could smell it wonderfully. So it sat there for basically a week, and I turned it on today again, and it smelled really, really good. So I can still smell that sugar plum berry. So let's see, that was 9/23. 9/25, in this room, I decided to go ahead and put 3 cubes of Cider Mill, and I had 2 cubes left in the bar, so I put those 2 cubes in the half bath, and it smelled really, really good, especially in the half bath. Oh man, that Cider Mill smelled really good, and I actually have the hand soap in Cider Mill in that bathroom right now, so it was just pure Cider Mill all the time. It did pretty well in here. Not great, but it did well. In the living room, I decided to go with 2 cubes of Around the Campfire. I think I had 2 cubes left in my bar, so I went ahead and put those in there. And wow, that one lasted quite a while. I have that I didn't change it again. Oh, wow. I don't even know when I changed it. In fact, I think I turned it off today because I couldn't smell it anymore. So today was when I turned it off. TV room. I said that I did 6 cubes in total. I did 2 cubes of Halloween Town, and then I put that in one warmer, and then in warmers 2 and 3, I did a combination of 1 cube each of Halloween Town and Ghostly Greetings. And those two mixed really, really well together. The kind of, it was a spiced cedar wood in that Halloween Town, because I think it's cranberry, apple, and spiced cedar wood. And I personally pick up the spiced cedar wood, not so much the cranberry and the apple. To me, what I really get out of it is spiced cedar wood. And I like that it has kind of a manly scent. And then the Ghostly Greetings is a very deep, rich scent that, yes, you can smell the patchouli out of it, but it also has a very manly kind of scent to it. So those two together mixed really well together, and I found them to be very long lasting. I did not change them again until the 28th. And that was, I did that on the 25th. So that lasted quite a while. Then in the foyer and landing on the 25th, I went with, I didn't use all 3 warmers of the Accord. I just did 2 of them, and I did 4 cubes of coconut cotton, and then I put the other one in the foyer. So it was all coconut cotton between the foyer and the landing. And I used a bar that I found that was quite old. I mean, coconut cotton is kind of a bluish color, and when I opened up the bar, it was kind of gray on top. In fact, when I looked at the label, because coconut cotton was in the recent Bring Back My Bar, and when I looked at the label, I realized it was a Bring Back My Bar, but it wasn't even the same label, which meant it was from a previous Bring Back My Bar, whenever that was. I had gotten that bar from a friend, so I don't even know how old it was. Then on the 25th, in the master bedroom and bath, I have that I used the other 3 cubes of that old coconut cotton. And I will say the performance was still great. Even though it was really old, I still got great performance out of it. And then the bedroom, I did 6 cubes total. I have 2 warmers in the bedroom. In one warmer, I did 2 cubes of Southern Evening with 1 cube of Hemingway. And the opposite in the other. I did 2 Hemingway with 1 Southern Evening. And that was a mixture that had been left to me as a comment on one of my videos by Anna Beers. She had said about how she had gotten such compliments on that combination, and so I had tried it and I really liked it. And she was right, it lasts a really long time too. I did that on the 25th, and when I went to bed last night, which would have been the 29th, it wasn't strong per se anymore, but I could still smell it. So I thought, okay, well, I'll go another day. So I'm planning on turning that off this evening, and probably not changing it till tomorrow. Excuse me. Then I put that in the mudroom on the 25th. I did about 1/4 of a cube of the Candy Cane Wishes again. So a nice peppermint kind of scent for that room that I struggle with. Then on the 28th, yes, I decided on the 28th I wanted to get a head start on the October scent of the month, which is the Walnut Raisin Muffin. And I basically did 11 cubes. I did 5 cubes of the Walnut Raisin Muffin in my TV room. So I did, in the 3 warmers, I had 2, 2, and 1. I did 2 cubes in the half bath where I keep the door closed. And then in this room, I had 2 warmers going and I had 2 cubes in each. So I had 4 cubes in this room. And I like the scent, but I pick up what I guess would have been the mid notes. I really pick up that combination of the spice of the cinnamon, the clove, and the nutmeg. That's what I pick up from it. Cold sniff, I could pick up a scent of muffin on it. I don't pick it up warmed. I didn't. I did pick up a sweetness after a while. Let's see, today's the 30th. This was the 28th. And I just turned the warmers off today. And I could pick up a sweetness. I know some people said they could really smell raisin. And I thought, well, maybe that's raisin, but it wasn't distinctive to me. It was just a little bit of a sweetness in there, but I still could really mostly pick up the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the clove. So I like the scent, but to me, there are so many other scents out there that I like much more that have the cinnamon. Let's say the apple and oats. I picked up apple and cinnamon from that. Wow, they're just, I can't even off the top of my head think of all of them, but there are so many scents out there that I find have those spices maybe in it or give me that same kind of feeling, like maybe welcome home. You know, you think like the potpourri kind of scent, you think of the cinnamon and that kind of stuff. So I can get that from other bars that I like more per se. So I have the entire brick that I got as part of the consultant kit. So it's going to take me a while to get through that anyway. So that's not actually one that I think I would add to my club, just because for me, there are other scents that I like more that are going to have those same notes that I pick up from it. So it's not for me. Then I haven't really done much since then. The only thing I added on here was, yesterday the scent from the Walnut Raisin Muffin in the TV room was getting kind of weak, and I have a deluxe diffuser in that room. So I decided to go ahead and diffuse from the Harvest collection. I decided to go ahead and try, because I really wanted to see if I liked it, the rosemary shortbread. I hope you could see that. Let's I don't even know where I have it in here. Rosemary shortbread. I decided to do that one. Unfortunately, I didn't put the right number of drops. I think I was thinking about the premium diffuser, and I'm one who puts probably more drops than most. And I only did 8 drops, but that's what I usually put in the premium diffuser. And I only put 8 in the deluxe diffuser, and I had the water all the way to the fill line. So I couldn't smell it that well. It's not a huge room, but I think I've said it's like 18 by 35. It's full of windows. So I couldn't really smell it that good unless I was close to the diffuser. So I did like the scent. It didn't fill the room, but that might have been because I didn't put enough drops for me. So today I thought, okay, I'm going to diffuse again. And today I decided, well, instead of doing the rosemary shortbread, I'm gonna try a different one because I have so many oils. I always like to pick up the trios, and so I went with one of the trio ones from the Father's Day collection, and I went with Clementine Cedar. I hope you could see that. Anyways, this one in the deluxe diffuser, the large one with the large reservoir, I put 18 drops. I counted them, and that's my typical for that diffuser. I tend to put about 18 drops in it, and I love this one. This one smelled really good. This one did fill the room. So again, I think the rosemary shortbread didn't do it because I didn't put enough drops in it. But the Clementine Cedar, it's still going right now, and that room smells really, really good. Like I said, I had already turned off the warmers for the Walnut Raisin Muffin, so right now that's the only thing going in that room, and I can smell it. Oh, wow. Love that Clementine scent. It smells so good. I don't get much in terms of woods, although the Clementine almost, instead of like cedar, almost like if you were to smell the wood when you take the stem off the tree. It smells really, really good. I love it. So I am diffusing that one today. So I went ahead and turned off a lot of the warmers today, being that it's September 30th, with the intention of changing all the wax, cleaning all the dishes, putting all the warmers away, and pulling out warmers for the fall. I'm looking forward to putting out my Halloween warmers and maybe other ones that I feel are more fall related. Just changing out maybe some of them to use ones that I hadn't used before. And I'm looking forward to doing that. And I don't know, have you changed your warmers yet? Have you started to put out all your fall warmers? I'm almost tempted to put out the holiday ones too, but gotta wait. But anyways, as you can see, I got through a little bit of my brick wax this time, even though I didn't plan on it, and some other bars, and I have all my empties that I still have to show y'all on a different video. But what have you been warming? Have you started warming more of the fall holiday kind of scents, or are you still working on spring summer kind of scents? Just wondering, and I hope you like this video, and I hope you'll like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you on the next video. And until then, enjoy your scents, enjoy your day, and enjoy your journey. Talk to you next time. Bye.